For the top of the hour, 6 more people have been charged in connection with massive fraud schemes in Minnesota. The Justice Department accusing these suspects of making various housing and medical claims reaching upwards of $6 million. Here's the prosecutor.
Minnesotans and taxpayers deserve to know the truth of the fraud. The fraud is not small. It isn't isolated. The magnitude cannot be overstated. What we see in Minnesota is not a handful of bad actors committing crimes. It's a staggering industrial-scale fraud.
I think it's so important for him to say that. People are trying to minimize it. It should not be minimized. Here to discuss it, Fox & Friends Weekend co-hosts Charlie Hurd and Griff Jenkins. Guys, this is unbelievable. You have the Feeding the Future program, which is feeding people that are desperate. They were bilking that, sending it back to Somalia. Autism, taking kids, putting them into programs they don't need for instruction that they don't qualify for, but they took the money, gave it to the parents, and they sent it back to Somalia in many cases. Griff, what's your reaction to this?
Well, what's fascinating, Brian, is that late last night, James Comer, the chairman of the Oversight Committee, said that the Governor Walz and Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison's response to a December letter to get more information on this was, quote, anemic. In his words, they're not cooperating, and they're threatening now to drag Governor Walz and AG Ellison before the House Oversight Committee to find out. Why? Because we are learning, as you just pointed out, that the fraud runs deeper than previously known, and there are still questions about whether they subpoena bank records to find out if any of this fraud money was going back to terror groups in Somalia and elsewhere.
I also saw this report, Charlie, that people, Somalis, were traveling with suitcases full of cash through the TSA, which evidently you're allowed to do, but they also take pictures of it and record it, and that was going back to Somalia. As you respond to this, why don't we roll in some of the names and the money they're accused of bilking?
Yeah, it's really extraordinary. Initially we were told that it was going to be $1 billion, but now it looks like more like $10 billion. And as the prosecutor pointed out, it is industrial scale. And what makes it, I think, even more potentially politically toxic is the fact that we're talking about fraud tourism, basically, where you had people coming to this country with the promise of being able to defraud American taxpayers. And we've already seen there are some connections between some of the people that have been caught up in this and political leaders in Minnesota. I think that when you're talking about $10 billion, you're probably going to find a whole lot more connections like that, and it's going to become a whole lot more toxic.
Right.
But the fact that you can sort of meld this level of fraud also with a wide open border that allowed a lot of these people to come in unchecked, unvetted, and with motives that we don't even care to find out about, you're looking at a story that's not going away, and I think it's going to get a whole lot worse for Tim Walz and others in Minnesota.
Exactly, because they looked the other way, and when people looked into it, they were called racist for looking into Somalis who were stealing our money.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.